Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
I get it.
Hey everybody, it is the Lions Fan Cave Chat. No one's here but me and Austin as usual.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know.
We'll have fun no matter what.
Yep. But before we get into Lions talk, I do have to show this. Boom!
Look at that old English D.
Look at that. The current Major League postseason picture. Let's get her done.
Let's go. I think if we get past Seattle, it'd be tougher if we have to play the Blue Jays in the ALCS. But if we play the Yankees, man, Tigers-Yankees postseason,
we owned them this year.
I know.
Weren't we 4-2 against them? Yeah,
this year in the regular season, yeah. But I'm just talking like past as well, especially in the playoffs. Like we've already swept them a couple times in the playoffs. So I'm more confident if we play the Yankees than I am if we play the Blue Jays. But I think a Tigers-Cubs World Series would be great.
I do. Tigers-Cubs. I think Phillies would be a tough run. I think LA would be a tough run. But we kind of owned LA this season other than the first series.
Right.
Because we played them twice.
Did we?
Yeah, because remember, we opened the season against them and lost.
Right, and we got swept.
And then we went on a tear.
Okay. Yeah, we played Seattle after that first series against the Dodgers.
JB and Steve Austin.
What's going on, Ricky? I got a little bit more hair than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There was another Steve Austin everyone forgets, and it was before your time. It used to be a TV show called The $6 Million Man.
Oh. Okay.
Played by Lee Majors.
Okay.
That's where that line comes from. We can rebuild them. Stronger. Faster. Better.
Oh, okay. What's up? I'll be right back, JB. I'll be in just 2 seconds, okay?
So, we're going to get into the injury report tonight, which it's all been posted everywhere, but it's my turn. Zach Cunningham out, Khalil Dorsey out with his concussion and wrist issues. McNeil is still out, but he was 50-50. Evidently, he didn't have that great of a day. And Sione Vaki.
Okay. I'm back.
So I just put him up on who's out for the game. Uh-oh, Smoking Dad. Like I said, Zach Cunningham out, Khalil Dorsey's out, Aleem McNeil's out, Sione Vaki's out, Taylor Decker's questionable every week. He's playing. And Kirby has a full participant today, so he's more than likely playing.
Oh, McNeil's out. Dang it. I hope he would play this week.
That was announced this afternoon.
That's too bad. I was kind of hoping for him to be playing.
I just think they saw something there where they knew he wasn't 100%, and they didn't want to waste him against a team that doesn't have an O line anyway.
Fair.
I mean, you might as well put tackle dummies in the offensive sled.
It's not going to matter anyway. I mean,
So, what are your keys to the game? I know what mine are, but
hang on 1 second. Technical difficulties.
I've had those before. So, my keys to the game is going to be run the ball down their throats, a steady diet of Monty and Gibbs. I think that's the best way to go with this one. I think our outside Terrion was a full participant the last 2 days, so I know he's playing. But for some reason, I think it's a Meek and Rock Yassin on the outside, maybe splitting with Rock Yassin. Avante Maddox will probably move to safety, maybe branch back at nickel, unless they're going to let either Nick Whiteside or Trey Flowers have a go at it in the slot.
Okay.
What are your keys to the game this weekend?
Keys to the game. So, obviously, the biggest thing, our offense versus their, if you can call it a defensive line.
Their Pop Warner School defense.
Lions passing attack, it's been efficient. I think Goff is. What didn't he have? What was his passer rating last week? It was pretty high.
Goff so far this season is averaging a 109.
So not bad.
Not bad. Elite is anything over 90.
Bengals pass defense, it ranks low in a lot of metrics. So I really think that we are going to pound the rock, kind of like we did against the Ravens a little bit. So probably getting it going with Jameer would be my guess. And then I would expect to see Montgomery in the short yardage down in the goal line type deal.
I think they're both going to eat. I think they're not good at stopping the run on the inside. They're not good at stopping the run on the outside. I think it's going to be a steady diet. One time it'll be Monty. Next game it'll be Jameer.
Mm-hmm.
Their next handoff.
And then looking at.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
And that was actually going to be my last point. Aiden Hutchinson. I expect him to have a game.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. He was starting to heat up against Cleveland. He was getting, I think he only had the 1 sack on Flacco, but he was getting constant pressure. He had the strip sack. And against the Bengals, I really expect him to kind of have a game. I wouldn't be surprised 2-3 sacks for Hutchinson this week.
The one that I want to point out, the QR code in the upper left-hand corner of your screen is the link to my writings at the South Florida Tribune. So if you haven't been able to read them or you don't follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you can get my articles right there. Use your phone. Made it a lot easier for people to find them. And that's right to the page of my writing.
So would you agree, JB, on everything I said, or what were your thoughts?
I don't think we really have to worry about T. Higgins and Jamar Chase that much unless somehow Browning gets a pass off. I think it's going to be a lot of screenplays. It's going to be stuff to the tight end. Isn't Njoku out and they're using their backup right now?
I think they're using Noah Fant.
Yeah, their backup.
Right.
So that's basically it. And the defense, just keep everything in front of you. Don't let anything get behind you. Tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this because a lot of people miss this part of it. Terrion Arnold has been one of our guys that least missed tackles this so far, especially in the run game. He's been very key in the run game and setting the edge. It's kind of like during that bad stretch when Jeff Okuda was playing good and no one could run on us for a while, and then all of a sudden everyone was running on us and he was out because that was the only thing Jeff Okuda was good at, was setting the edge. Terrion is still learning. By the time that Okuda was playing, it was his fourth year because of injuries. So, and for the first 4 games of the season, he was great because we were a man defense, not a zone defense. As soon as he got hurt, nobody else was good at man, and everybody was torching us that year, and that was the 2022-23 season, if I remember right. And when he came back, we started running mostly zone, and he looked lost because he's a man coverage corner.
Yeah. Well, you touched it in your afternoon show a little bit. Like, it takes at least 3 years to get corners developed in this league.
I mean, there's only been like two handfuls of great corners in the first round that came out right away.
Right.
Yes. And I think we will, because the only person we really have to worry about on that defense is Trey Hendrickson. And he hasn't been doing.
I think
Oh boy. Mac and Cheese Jones went down last night, and it's a season ender.
Is it really?
Yep.
No.
So the Mac and Cheese show is done.
Even though he's good too.
I know, he won every game he started. The only game they lost was the game that Purdy started. I find that hilarious. I'm sorry, because I've said Purdy's been way overrated.
So now who do the 49ers have? Now that Purdy is hurt and now Mac Jones is done.
Purdy might be back because it was just a mild turf toe type thing, but that can come back and bite you too. So it's either going to be Purdy or it's going to be the third one on their roster.
I don't even know who that is.
Neither do I. It's somebody on the practice squad. Somebody said to me, was it Adrian Martinez?
But no, going back with you mentioned Trey Hendrickson. I don't think he's going to be really that much of a factor. I think Penei Sewell is going to lock him up pretty good.
Oh yeah, it is Adrian Martinez, the UTFA we had 2 seasons ago.
Okay.
Who did pretty good in the UFL last year. Yeah, I my score prediction, if everything goes right, was 38-10. If everything goes wrong, I had us winning 21-10. I don't see where they get more than 10 points. I just don't.
Not with Jake Brown throwing the ball.
Because the only game he won, he only had to make a pass to win.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
that was when he came in at the fourth quarter and everything was humming and they were playing the Dolphins. This is not the Dolphins defense.
No. I mean, he might throw a touchdown pass to Brian Branch.
Or Kirby
Joseph.
Or maybe it'll be the lucky day when Terrion Arnold.
I was going to say, maybe TA gets his first NFL interception.
And it's a pick six.
That would be the icing on the cake for sure.
Ryan Andrew, thank you very much. Browns fan here. The Lions look like world beaters. I think they're going to win it all this year, and I'm rooting for it. Thank you, sir. I don't wish ill will on the Browns. I've been hoping the Browns would get relevant again.
I hope Dylan Gabriel does something for them this week.
Yeah, I do want them to win this week, but I can't predict it. I'm sorry.
Who they play?
Oh, God. Let me look on the schedule again.
I think it's Minnesota. It is Minnesota.
Yeah, it's the London game.
It's the London game, Minnesota.
Oh, God. Wouldn't that be great? Because the Vikings fans that were bragging about how they were 6-0 for this season overseas. Had they lost the first one, if they lose the second one too. Yep, Minnesota, you're right. Do me a favor, Ryan Andrew, cheer your team on hard and make the Vikings be this again for a second week in a row.
I'm going to laugh so hard if the Packers and the Vikings both lose to the Browns.
That defense is nasty in Minnesota. I can't. And I was actually I was actually looking forward to them beating the Steelers, and not because I hate the Steelers.
I mean, I do. I hate Aaron Rodgers. So
Cleveland 20, Minnesota 14. You heard it here first. Dylan Gabriel's going to throw for 2 touchdowns. Something that Joe Placid hasn't been able to do all season.
yeah. He might as well just retire at this point.
Ryan, you heard what the GM said on why he went with Gabriel over Sanders, didn't you? It had more to do with up here than ability. That Sanders mentally is not ready for the NFL.
Imagine
that. I said he needed another year in college, not with his dad. When he entered the draft, I said, man, he'd be better off to transfer out.
Yeah, he did enter as a junior, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
13-12 as a starter and got his number retired in Colorado because his dad's the coach. Oof. 0-2 in bowl games. Great job. What was his record? 0-5 versus the top 25 teams he played?
I think so. Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, he didn't show up in the big games, that's for sure.
Don't get me wrong, he's a phenomenal athletic talent.
Oh, absolutely.
But if he didn't have Travis Hunter that year, I don't think they'd have won as many games as they did. And everybody says, well, he wasn't even the best wide receiver. I said, I don't know. He had 1,300 yards receiving. He was pretty damn good. I know, and it's still not great versus Goff.
What is he, 0-4 against Goff?
Twice in college, twice in pros. You can't count the preseason game because Goff didn't take a snap. But they didn't win that one either. And Mahomes did. And that's why I think it was interesting we picked up Nick Whiteside, because he was one of the people that picked off Mahomes.
Really?
Amen, Ryan Andrews. I am, Andrew, so happy to hear that from a Brown fan, because I thought Dylan Gabriel was one of the top 4 cornerbacks coming out this past draft. I said it repeatedly. Him, Jackson Dart,
who looked phenomenal in his Giants debut.
He looked phenomenal in the second half. The first half, you could tell he was still getting his feet wet, getting used to the speed of the NFL. Made a few decision errors, and that's why they fell behind early. I'm not going to sit here and glaze him over and call it all good, but he did turn it around by the fourth quarter and got the win for the Giants. So I'm happy for him. He looks as good as I thought he would be. I'm still trying to remember who the other one I thought would be good, who's been absolute ass. The other one.
Is a rookie this year?
Yeah.
McCarthy?
No, he's not a rookie.
Technically, he is.
He's a redshirt rookie. That don't count.
Okay.
I was talking about other one. His Cam Ward hasn't lit it up yet, but I know he will if he gets some weapons around him.
He's on a bad team.
He's on a bad team. I said it going in. I said it will not be good his first 1 or 2 years with that team.
Bad team, and I don't think Callahan is the guy for Tennessee.
But at the same time, you can't say Talik hasn't been good for Detroit.
I mean, yeah.
But Will Johnson has been great. But the problem with Will Johnson, it's not a question of when or if. It's a matter of when his knee finally gives out for good. Now, the year before, I wanted Mikey Sandersville. I said that,
Yeah.
but nobody expected him to go as high as he did.
And who's the other quarterback? This is going to bug me now.
Oh, the one that hasn't played a snap yet because he's behind Aaron Rodgers. Will Howard, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, OSU. Yeah. Surprise.
I liked Will Howard because he was a transfer to OSU, not because he was a OSU. Kind of like the same reason why people like Joe Burrow. He went to OSU, never beat out the first 2 years there,
And then went to LSU.
Hey, I didn't want him in the first round, but I did want him. I wanted him in the second round. That's just me. I also wanted Marshawn Nealon, which I'm glad we didn't do because guess what? He's hurt again for Dallas. That's why they signed James Houston, the Shark Boy.
Who actually hasn't been bad.
He hasn't been great. He's just been.
I mean, he's been like,
average. He's been average,
mm-hmm.
which is fine for a 6th round pick that the Lions cast off because the only time he ran a spy and it worked, he shit himself. Good for him.
Oh shit.
I call it like I see it.
Yeah. So I saw the Lions. They're 10.5 favorites on the road. When's the last time that happened?
Never. I don't remember us ever being a 10.5 point favorite on the road. Maybe at home one time in the 2014-15 season when we had that good defense.
Yeah, but never
not on the road.
Mm-mm.
Not on the road. And that is worrisome if you think about it. That means they all the money will probably be on Detroit to cover.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, that's where that if everything goes wrong comes and bites all the bettors in the ass. I like doing money line bets myself straight up. If I win, I win. I lose, I lose.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm risking and I know what I get. I either get double my money back or I get nothing.
I mean, in a way, I'm kind of bummed that the Lions are playing the Bengals without Joe Burrow because I just wanted that
I know.
test.
I wanted that Burrow versus Goff test.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think the Lions passed the test against a good quarterback when we went to Baltimore and beat on Lamar. But I don't know. To me,
even though that score was tied at halftime, I never felt like that game was out of hand. The Ravens game. Steve Bauer in the chat. Haven't seen you a couple days. Good to see you, brother. Nope, it is at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. One of my tire customers yesterday, who became a subscriber. If you're out there, thank you. He's going to the game with his son.
Oh, cool! That's very cool.
His son isn't a Bengals fan, but he is a Joe Burrow fan.
Mm-hmm.
and then the son wanted to back out after he already took the hotel and had the ticket.
Oh yeah, kind of can't back out at that point.
I said, "Take me."
Right, I'll go.
I'll go, and then I could take pictures and have some stuff for my writings. He was like,
"That would be cool." I have never been to another NFL stadium other than Ford Field, so definitely that would be a bucket list type thing for me.
I've been to the Pontiac Silverdome.
Yeah, okay, that got demolished before I was even born.
No, they didn't demolish that till like 10 years ago. It just was already closed.
Okay, fair.
I still thought it was funny. They had all the news crews there for that thing, and they were talking about now they're getting ready to blow the foundation. My brother is a Guardians and Bengals fan. This is going to be a really fun week. Adam, if you're out there, I love you, buddy, but fuck your Guardians.
Mm.
And that's
And
Adam
then
that's on the NFL Roundtable talking about he was a Guardians fan. He came on fire up last night, still wearing his Cleveland hat. I said, "You haven't burned that yet?"
So the Lions beat up on the Browns. Then the Tigers beat up on I wouldn't say beat up, but we beat the Guardians.
Oh, we beat up on them the last game.
The last game, but now we're going to play Cincinnati, and then
I've been to the Tampon Bay Field too when it first opened up, Raymond James, because I was living down there in '98 when the Lions went down there to play. I agree. I think the whole O line's going to feast. We may even get to see a Tariq Williams sack this week because that interior O line's that bad.
And then later this year, we'll get to see Ryan Day choke against
Again.
the Michigan Wolverines again.
Would that be 0-5?
That would be.
Because right now they're 0-4.
It's been like 2,300 some odd days since OSU beat Michigan.
Mm-hmm. I know.
And I'm loving every single day of it.
Detroit fan report loves that as an OSU fan. That's awesome. I got to see them. I got to see Tampa Bay back when they had Trent Dilfer, Mike Allstott, John Lynch, Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks. I believe that was right when they got Warwick done that year, or the year before, they had Warwick done, but he hadn't left to go to Atlanta yet. That year, it was a good game. Lions won. I couldn't wear my gear there. I didn't want to die. They might have. Yes, and Rondé Barber. Yes, Rondé Barber was a part of that team. I was just trying to think of everybody off the top of my head. I am 55. I do forget some things, and we are talking 27 years ago. When I was 28. That's your age, isn't it, Off?
I'm 29, but yeah, close enough.
Okay. I kind of picked. Sounds like somebody's playing Mortal Kombat.
She's playing The Last of Us.
Oh, okay. I heard.
She's shooting zombies, or whatever you want to call them in that game.
The infected.
The infected.
Man, it has been a hell of. What did I say week 1, Austin? How many times did I say it after that first game?
That's the
Relax.
That was relaxed.
Relax.
Like, don't just throw the Lions season in the dumpster because we had one bad game.
Right. And then now we've gone 3 weeks without giving up a sack. We know we're due to give up one, and if it's going to be given up to one, I don't mind if it's Trey Hendrickson. I just won't like it.
I don't think it's going to be, though. Let me look. Let's see.
I said that right then was with that guy in the background. Like, yeah.
Let me look at the Lions' schedule coming up.
Oh, over under 115 yards for Amon Ramen St. Noodles. He must be typing in his phone again. Did it change it?
St. Noodles.
I don't think he's going to get over that. I think we're going to spread the ball around more. Like we did the last game. We kind of had to spread it around because they're going to focus on Amon-Ra because he broke out versus the Ravens.
So I don't think Goff is going to get sacked during the Bengals game. I just don't see it. We might give up one to Chris Jones against Kansas City next week.
I don't think that's happening either. Unless Graham Glasgow goes back to week 1 Green Bay form.
And then we play Tampa on Monday night at home.
And that's when we'll see the black.
Yes, and I'm excited.
Do we get to see Sam Philip? Yeah, I think you will. I think you will see Laporta Potty get in the end zone this week.
I hope
they are awful. They are awful at covering tight ends. Awful. I feel like I got a brain growing outside of my head. It's like ingrown hair or pimple or something. But man, what a great time to be writing. I love the fact that I can take my writings and fix it with AI.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to send it to a publisher to get fixed. It gets published within hours instead of days. And I'm not saying I'm bad at spelling. I was actually very good at spelling in school. It's just I'm not a journalist, so I don't know all the proper grammar and punctuation I'm supposed to. I think he's putting a case for it up every week. He keeps getting more. He's the most accurate quarterback in the NFL right now that played the minimum number of snaps.
Well, he finished 4th, I think, last year in MVP voting. So,
Yes, he did.
I mean, he's been consistent for the past 3 years.
We need the Bills' defense to fall on its face, like it did versus the Ravens, but not win.
Right.
I don't care what you said. That defense was awful versus the Ravens. The Dolphins gave him a fit. The Saints even gave him a little bit of a fight for 3 quarters. For 3 quarters was giving him, or 2.5 quarters, I should say, was giving him fit.
And we all thought that was going to be a cakewalk for the Bills.
I thought it was going to be 35-0 at the end of the first quarter, and you'd see Josh Allen get to take the bench.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Oh, God, it's hilarious. Every time we stop talking,
and the TV's not even that loud.
I know. Awesome. I will look forward to that, sir. I thought it was going to be 150-3.
We're not playing Madden now.
But we thought it was going to be like a Madden score.
Oh, we absolutely set on rookie.
You remember? I think it was 2005 was the first, or 2004. One of those was the first time they put a max on the amount of points you could score. All the stats would tally for your guys. I remember I put it on rookie one time because my nephew told me to, and I used the Lions playing against the Ravens, which had Ray Lewis on the cover, and I beat them 256-14. And once you hit 256, it doesn't count any higher. I hit 8 more touchdowns after that because
you broke the scoreboard.
Quarter. Yeah, I broke the scoreboard.
Jeez.
Do you remember those days, Ricky? That was before they had the Ultimate Madden and the online stuff. It was just you and your PS3 or your PS2 and a version of Madden and having fun. I think it was PS2 I had then.
Yeah. The simpler times.
Yep. The first one on PS3, I believe, was 06 with Donovan McNabb on the cover.
With the Eagles, yeah. I think you're right. And that's when they had Andy Reid for their head coach.
It's Rello and the Shady McCoy.
Mm.
They had a good team. It just wasn't enough for them to win.
Mm-hmm.
And the year after that was when Donovan McNabb was on every other Chunky Soup commercial with his mama.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Why do I remember that? It was so long ago.
Yeah, I know. I tried watching a stream of a couple of kids doing a simulation of the Bengals versus Lions, and of course they said, "Well, in our game, we're making Joe Burrow healthy to make it fair." Yes, we started McNeil's practice clock earlier this week, and at the same time, we did make 3 additions. We added Ty Summers, who was a sixth-round pick of the Packers back in 2019. We added Trey Flowers, who I can't remember who he played for, but a Seahawk back in 2018 when
Hmm.
he was drafted. And then we added UDFA that was a part of our preseason squad, Nick Whiteside, back to the practice squad. So we added 2 corners and a linebacker. I'm still waiting to see Andre Carter in the 2 call-ups that happen every week. I would like it to be him in one of the corners, probably Whiteside, because Whiteside did really good in that Chiefs game because he got a pick off of Mahomes.
Hmm.
I don't care what anybody says, whether they're a backup. They weren't playing all. They didn't play all the starters, but they played most of the starters, and he had to cover. It wasn't Worthy. It was Rice. I think he was covering when he got the pick. And Rasheed Rice is a good receiver, which I
Hmm.
think they finally get him back in week 7, which is after we play him.
Is it week 7?
It's 6 week suspension, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
Or,
you're right.
or
6-game suspension. Yep.
Yep.
So our game would be his last game of his last suspension game.
I agree, because if you put those 3 in the middle, and I don't care who you got at defensive end, we could do a 5-man front, put Jack Campbell in the middle, and then decide if we're going to run nickel dime or a 5-3 defense. Everybody's like, "What do you mean a 5-3?" You put 3 linebackers out there and you do a 0 blitz, and all you're doing is cover 3 guys deep just to keep everybody in front of them.
Yep.
And by that time, we might even have Malcolm Rodriguez back.
I hope so.
I haven't heard that his clock has started yet from his injury, so that kind of worries me that he's probably going to be out to the end of October. You might hear his name next week or the week after, which means you won't see him until Minnesota at least.
Okay.
But it's looking like McNeil, who did have a full practice today, they saw something that made him stay out of this game. We won't see him probably till next week.
Yeah, I saw that the Lions opened his 21-day window.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take him back for the Chiefs game for sure.
Amen.
And have you seen
So other
anything
than
on
that, I don't. DJ Reed is out till week 9.
week 9? Okay.
Yep, and it did not require surgery. It's just a grade 1 hamstring strain.
That's good.
I put that in the chat earlier this week, but you might have been dealing with other things.
Yeah, probably.
Amen. Well, I think they're a Division 3 offense. I think it's a Pop Warner defense.
If you want,
They got one star and a bunch of kids,
talk about a Madden game coming up.
and I think this isn't the week they get Shamir Stewart back either, so they don't have him. I don't think so. I think we're going to roll with a plethora of practice squad guys and do like we did towards the end of last season for now. And I think it's because DJ Reed is coming back. But like I said, we picked up Trey Flowers, the corner, not the defensive end.
Yeah, I think that defensive end Trey Flowers is retired.
If he isn't, he should be. The only thing he'd be good at is trying to study to be an astronaut because he's good at taking up space on a roster.
He can be wherever Matt Patricia is at. I don't care.
Oh, Ohio State. Good place for him. Defensive line coach, probably. So that pretty much sums it up. I mean, Ty Summers had 58 or 52 games played, 58 tackles, so he gets more than a tackle a game in rotation. He only started one game in his career, and it was pretty good. He had 4 tackles and a sack in that game. He had 2 passes defended. Yeah, Amik is good. I think that's what we're going to do. We're either going to see Amik and Rock Yasin or Amik and Terrion Arnold on the outside this week. I'd almost want to put Rock Yasin and then rotate Terrion Arnold on either side when either one of them have to come out, just so he doesn't lose the confidence of being an outside corner yet. And then rotate Avante Maddox and everybody else in the interior, because Khalil Dorsey also is out with his concussion. He didn't pass concussion protocol, so he couldn't return to practice. And he's also dealing with a wrist issue of it that I didn't know about until I saw the report today that I posted here. Let's put it up one more time so everybody sees it. Zach Cunningham still dealing with his hamstring. He's out. Khalil Dorsey, concussion wrist is out. Ali McNeil with his knee is still out. And Sione Vaki is dealing with a groin issue. Jacob Sailors is on the active 53-man roster. So, and he actually looked a little better than Netflix has the few times he's carried the ball so far this season. So I'm wondering who's going to be the 3. If it's going to be Craig Reynolds, a.k.a. Netflix, the subscription I wish was canceled already, or Jacob Sailors. That's just me. I love how he blocks. I know he does good things when he's in, but I've been out because he's pushing 31 years old. Wow, that got really loud.
Maybe let's try that.
There we go.
Sorry.
That's okay. But I think that's important.
King James like hard because
I love the title that I used for the review article. I don't know if you saw the title.
I don't think so. Unless it was no, because I saw the last one I saw was Battle of Lake Michigan, which I think was the one for the Browns, or Battle of the Great Lakes. I don't something like that.
A tale of two trajectories. Lions roar into Cincinnati to face ailing Bengals. That's what it was. I do like Sailors. I know I like him a hell of a lot better at returning kicks than Grant Stewart.
Amen. I think that Hall of Fame game was all we needed to see.
And the week 1 versus the Packers.
Oh, that too. I forgot about that.
But thank you for the likes on Facebook from Dave Eastman, Paul Jones, and Ricky Seacott. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you watching. And don't forget, tomorrow night, 10 p.m., it's Austin and I doing our fantasy football talk.
Yes, sir.
Top 5 scorers once again. I know who wasn't in there. Not like he was the week before. We won't see David Montgomery.
No.
Might see a guy by the name of Jameer Gibbs.
Might. I think he did. Yeah, he did pretty. I think he.
He had 100 odd yards and 2 touchdowns. He did really good. Plus, I think he caught 6 or 7 passes too. So yeah, he had a really good day.
Mm-hmm.
Goff was just mediocre. Wasn't bad. Wasn't good. He was just steady Eddie Goff like he usually is.
Neighbors. Well, he went down with an injury, so he might have been
coming out. He was coming out like gangbusters, and then turned into a bust of the week by scoring less than 10 points because of the injury. Yeah. And I feel sorry for that kid. And for those of you that said this was Marvin Harrison Jr.'s year, shame on you. They're talking about it. If Brian Thomas Jr. doesn't get any better, because he's been awful this year too.
Horrible.
I know you have him, don't you, on one of the teams?
No,
Oh, okay. I thought you grabbed him. I was like, I didn't.
no.
But he's been a bust of the week on Benchwarmer Brand's NFL Bust of the Week little skit he does for the last 3 of the last 4 weeks. He was great the first week, but look at Jacksonville still going strong.
Yeah, 3-1.
I did pick him again because I want him to beat the Chiefs. But thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a hell of a show. It's been a hell of a ride. And Hope and Kendall, if you're watching, I hope you are safe as you get ready to return to Montana. Hope is my niece. Kendall's my brother-in-law, her father. So try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. For Austin and myself, I want to say that we are.
Turn it up, it's that time again. Jeremy B. Lines, he's your best friend. Every weekday, Evan, you know the vibe. He's shouting one ride with that rocket drive. Rolling up the scene, light up that fire. Jeremy's in the booth, taking us higher. With a grin and a laugh, he's got the crowd in a blaze. Smoking out the haters in a rock star haze. The stories that inspire and riffs that will ignite. When one pride echoes, everything feels right. Jeremy B. live every day at 11. Yelling one B ride like we're in rock heaven.
This is a